Now, for the final of Microsoft's tasks here associated with this particular objective in the 7411, the task is titled Manage Patch Management in Mixed Environments. And I kind of admitted in the intro that I really have no idea what Microsoft is referring to when they talk about mixed environments. I say that because a mixed environment could be considered to be one that has multiple different operating systems, which doesn't seem to be the case here with WSS because WSS focuses very explicitly on the Microsoft Windows OS. However, a slightly different interpretation of Microsoft's use of the word mixed can actually have to do with how older versions of WSS behaved in relation to the current version of WSS. And to that end, I want to point you right back over here to a couple of places, the first of which being this update source here, and how we had the opportunity to synchronize a WSS server from a different upstream WSS server. How also that in making that configuration, we needed to configure a port number here. Now, I think I mentioned earlier that the default port number when not using SSL for WSS was port 80. That was the old default port number. Here with the new version of WSS, the current default port is version 8530. That port you can see right here as being the default port for connecting one WSS server to another. It is also, if I flip back over here to my domain controller and take a look at the Group Policy Management Editor, it is that 8530 port that we configured when we specified the Microsoft Update service location here locally. And again, this is a complete and total guess, but one wonders if you have a hybrid environment with multiple different versions of WSS in place, it may be necessary for you to configure different group policies that are associated with different computers that would point those computers to the appropriate WSS server by port number. Here 8530, as well as 8530 over on the server-to-server communication. Now here in just a second, I'm going to show you a few extra steps that you'll need to lay into place should you want to enable SSL for your WSS communication. The only thing I should mention, at least here, is that the default port number for SSL-enabled WSS is not 8530, but instead 8531. This is very different from the old WSS, where it was the standard default HTTPS port of 443. Now, I don't know if this helps or if it confuses things, but this is at least my best guess in trying to figure out what Microsoft means when they talk about managing patch management in mixed environments.